Hi, it's Mal, your gal pal, the host of Those Are the Girls with Mallory and Friends. If you're looking for a podcast that's talking about relationship, careers, and pop culture from the Christian perspective, look no further. You have found her. And this podcast, myself and some of my friends are sharing our opinions from the Christian perspective, and they might be a little bit different than what you're expecting. So go ahead, pour yourself some tea. Let's get into it. The views expressed on this podcast are our own and do not reflect our employers. Enjoy. Hello, you are listening to Those Are the Girl with Mallory and Friends. I'm Mal, your gal pal, and let's discuss some stuff. So, I'm trying new intros. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm really excited. Today's episode is another solo Mal, but I'm going to be telling you about my latest trip. Rockhounding with some of my friends. So yeah, you guys voted that you wanted a separate episode, so that is what I'm doing. I'm going to talk about how fun it was and how strenuous it was, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about, and I can show you guys some pieces that I haven't finished. Like, I have a bucket filled with pieces, but I haven't been able to clean them because my friend who was going to help me left his tools. Anyway, so it's going to probably be a minute before I get those clean, but I have some tiny pieces that I love and adore, and I've been able to clean those the best I can. I wish there was a way to like clean them a little bit better, but anyway. So yeah, I'm like super excited to tell you guys about this trip. If you're new to this podcast, essentially what I do here is I talk career, relationships, pop culture, all that stuff, just about like life in general from the Christian perspective. And I usually do it with my friends. This episode is not with my friends, but this episode is just really me telling about my trip. So last weekend, starting last Wednesday, I got in the car with my friends and we drove to Lincolnton, Georgia, which is like this very small town, like no stoplights, didn't have a Walmart type of small town. And and we were trying to get pizza that Wednesday, but they were closed. Like the pizza place was closed. So we ended up doing a grocery store run, which if you're going to do something like this with your friends, get your Airbnb. Oh, that's the other thing too. If you know me, I'm not going to camp outside. Like that's just not what it is. So we were able to get an Airbnb. So when they said they were getting an Airbnb, I said, okay, sign me up. I'll go. I'll participate. Oh, and I guess a little bit of background. So, like, growing up, I loved going to those gem mines, at Dan Nichols Park. Tweetsie Railroad has one. In Boone, they have them. They're just all over. Like, ask any of my parents, two parents, ask my family, my parents, my brother. Anytime they have that gem mine sign, I'm like, all right, let's go. I love doing it. Rocks are so pretty. Rocks. I look down because I have some rocks like on the corner and the side. I have rocks. I think they're pretty. It's just like a side thing, which it was so funny because when my friends initially were saying they were going to do this, I was like, oh my God, I actually really love rocks. And they're like, what? And I like show them pictures. They're like, wait, this is like a whole nother side of you that we don't know. And I guess yes, because like, I don't know, it just doesn't come up. So I just haven't said anything. But like, I love rocks. Like they're beautiful. And when I was little, I went to like a little thing at the Nature Museum once it was all these adults, like rock community type people. But I never did anything else like that. But I did go once as a kid because I love looking at rocks. And I knew about quartz. Like the only thing I really knew about quartz and rose quartz. I'm not wearing it, but I have a ring that last time I was in Boone, I went to one of those things. I gave them a pink rose quartz that I found, and they turned into a ring, which was really cool. I don't have it on me right now. Actually, no, it's over there. Okay. I was like, actually, where is it? It's over there. So anyway, pink. So yeah, love rocks. Always thought they were pretty. My friends tell me that they're going to do this because my friend, her boyfriend is like really into this stuff. Like he's in the community. Like it's a community. It's actually really cool. I'll talk about that later. So hop in the car. We drive up to the small town. We go grocery shopping. If you're going to do this with your friends, do the Airbnb and go grocery shopping. We did not go to a single restaurant. Yeah, we did not go to a single restaurant. And we cooked breakfast, lunch, and dinner pretty much. And then I'll talk a little bit more about like other stuff we did, but we cooked breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which I think was good. It was wise. And we saved so much money. I mean, our grocery bill was like, I remember when I said, I was like, you guys, how much? But then once we split it up between everybody, it really wasn't that bad. And especially for like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Technically Monday. I'll say 5 days, especially for 5 days. It was like a really, really, really good. So that's what we did. And then we kind of like relaxed and chilled. And then Thursday was the first day. So Thursday was the day we went up to Graves Mountain. Now, I am not an outdoors girly. Okay. I don't know if you can tell. Not my thing. But I was like, okay, I'm here. I'm going to put forth my best effort. And like, I wanted to come in with an attitude of like not complaining and being chill and just like, that's really what the attitude I wanted to have. I really like before the trip, I'll admit, like I started to get a little nervous just because, like I said, I'm just not someone who likes to spend copious amounts outside. I'll tell you what I do like. I like sitting in like sunrooms where the breeze can come in and the sun can shine down, but like it's hard for the bugs to get in. Um, you can like the sun isn't like overshadowing like you being able to like write or be on your laptop or do something. Like I like sitting in sunrooms. But like staying out in the sun for like too long, it's just really not my thing. I don't mind being out on a boat. I'll be out on a boat like that. I'll sleep on a boat. That I ain't got no problem. That's simple, easy. I can do that. But like just being out and like climbing trees, things like that, like mudding, like that's not me. So, but I told myself I was like, okay, I'm gonna go on this trip and I'm going to like push myself. That is something that I really wanted to do. I mean, I'm 31 years old. I'm not married. I don't have any kids. I don't have like real responsibilities. I don't have a mortgage. I don't have like, I'm just kind of like a free agent in general. I was like, I want to explore the world and I want to just push myself. I want to put myself outside of my comfort zone. And that's what this trip was. This was a trip outside my comfort zone. I thought it was going to be close to my comfort zone. It was way far out of it because like I said, I love going to do the little water. You get this big bucket, you get a big bucket, and you pour some of it in the sifter, and then there's like a water thing, and you shake it, go, ooh, this is so pretty. Oh wow, ooh, pretty. And then when you're done, you have your container, you have your thing with the rocks. Ooh, these rocks are so pretty. And you go tell the person, thank you so much. This was great. And you go home. You don't even really necessarily have to get like mud on your clothes. So, or dirt on your clothes. So like that, I don't know, like I knew that's not what it was going to be, but like, I guess like until I got there, like it really wasn't. So that first day, I'm not gonna lie, was very hard. I just wasn't expecting that. And we had to lug stuff, which is all normal. Like that's the thing, like it's all, which is why I was trying really hard to just be like, okay, this is what I signed up for. Let me push myself. I'm also not a climber. There was some times when we had to climb things and my friends went like all the way to the top. I'm sorry, I just can't. I trip very easily. That is something like I'm going to work on eventually. Like once I lose some weight, like that's the next thing I'm going to work on is like my balance. I can trip over things that aren't there. I don't know why. I don't know how. I just in K5 that's kindergarten. We call it K5. In kindergarten, I was not allowed to do what's that thing that is humiliating for chubby people at the end of the year? The relay races. I can't remember what it was, but like that thing you do where you gotta run and then you jump and then, if you're fat, like they're laughing at you because you're always last. I can't remember. I guess I just blocked it out, but I couldn't do that because I tripped so much and my teacher was concerned something was like wrong with me. Like I just am not like, that's just not, I'm not that. Okay. So I can't climb up like walls and stuff. Like there was a part, it was like a wall. I just can't do that. I stayed in that section. I just stayed at the bottom. So so the first day, like I legitimately it ended early. And I remember thinking like, okay, I'm just going to do every other day, and this is just not for me. Like my first and last time coming, this is just not for me. So when we got back, they were like, "How'd you?" And I was like, "You know what, guy? Oh, well, first of all, I took a nap. I took a really nice nap. Me and another girl, we both took naps. They did get pictures of us, but whatever, fun, friendly. Don't post it, please. But fun, friendly. I took a nap. I woke up, and I'm like, okay, I did say I was like, you know what? I think I'm probably gonna do every other day. This was fun. It might be my last time. Might be my last. But this was an interesting trip. I'm glad this is like everybody, like it's in like a really nice community. Everybody was super nice. Oh, so nice. But this seemed like a very nice community, but probably not for me, and then we went fishing. Oh gosh, the Airbnb we stayed at was so nice. Like, the back of the house like had this huge pond that they had tons of fish in, and you could just sit out and relax. It was just so nice. So I went fishing, and I don't know, maybe that like emboldened me because like I actually reeled it in. I touched one, like I got two. Like I was locked in. So then the next day I'm like, okay. So we wake up and we actually have like a slow morning. We wake up, we drink our coffee. One of our friends, like I said, we made all of our meals. So she actually made a huge casserole, and that's what we ate pretty much every day for breakfast. So we got that. We had the casserole. And I'm like, okay, I'm locked in. Like, all right, I'm going to do this, and it's going to be fine. Like, I'm going to be okay. Like, I'm not going to make a big deal. That was another thing too. Like, I think it's someone who's like girly and like someone who is prissy. Someone called me prissy years ago, and I said thank you, and she's like, it's not a compliment. Like, you should be able to go out and da da da. And I just remember thinking, no, I'm fine with that. Like, I like who I am. I still like who I am, but I want to be able to push myself a little bit. Not all the time. Once again, like I'll explain. I'll let you know if I ever am going to go back. But like not all the time. But I do want to push myself occasionally. And like I don't. Yeah, I'm prissy. I'm girly. Who cares? That's who I am. So I just kept telling myself like I just don't complain. I kept telling myself do not complain. Do not complain. Don't complain. And like be encouraging, be positive, go with the flow. That's the other thing to go with the flow. If I were to plan a trip, we would have an itinerary. As a matter of fact, I'm going on a trip for work in the next couple of weeks. I asked for the itinerary and, some things, excursions like that. I'm going to make an itinerary for myself and a couple of my coworkers that are going. Like, if I'm planning a trip, like we're going to know the person who planned this trip. When I asked him, like, what was the plan? Do we have a schedule? Like, what time do we need to be? Blah, blah, blah. He said, eat. So what we're going to do is eat, dig, sleep, relax. I think so, like have fun and repeat every day. And I said, I really feel like Sabrina, because that's not a schedule to me. That's not like a plan. But I told myself, whatever. I'm just gonna go with the flow. I'm gonna go with the flow. We're not doing schedules. I'm gonna go with the flow. Was it a little stressful for a couple of minutes? Yes. Were there a couple of times I was like, okay, can we at least get a time frame on like what's gonna happen? Do we know what the next plan is? But I said, I'm just gonna go with the flow. I said, I'm not going to complain and I'm going to push myself. Those were like the three things that I wanted to do. And I think I did those successfully. I'll have to like confirm with my friends to make sure. Because, sometimes you think you're like this person who's doing, and then you talk to your friends like, actually, you were mad annoying. Like, I don't think that's what it was, but I'm going to, confer with my friends to make sure I really, like I said, like, I really just didn't want to be that person. So that Friday, we go and I actually do half the day digging. And the other half, some of my new friends now in the community, they were vendors. So I went and helped them vend. And it was so funny because, like, as you know, I have my jewelry, so I do pop-ups all the time. So I vend, like, that's just kind of a natural thing for me. So I helped them vend. And that actually was, like, made it so much better. So I did that Friday. So I did half the day digging, other half vending. So I dug a little bit, I used a shovel, and then I mainly did a lot of sifting. So what happens? This is at Graves Mountain. So at Graves Mountain, you go, you get the hole, you just start digging a hole. You just dig away. And then some of the dirt you put in like a sifter, and then the person, me, sifts through the dirt and tries to see, like, we're looking for special types of rocks. So we were looking for rutile, which I did not get any, but, I got something that kind of could be, but wasn't all we needed. But let me take a sip of water. I got that for my birthday for my brother. It's his main character. So we're sifting and we were looking for rutile, which is like this rock that's like black. And then it has like, I don't know, it looks like black squares, I guess. I don't know how to really describe it, but that's what we're looking for. So we're sifting and it was very, very hard to find. So we're sifting through and, but in the meantime, you're going to find other pieces. I'll show you a piece that I found that I love. Just found two pieces from that specific spot that I love. But there's other things then. There's quartz, there's mica, there's, hematite there. Oh, and let me tell you about mica. Mica is actually used for makeup. So there was parts of mica that were like really glittery, and we were like, "Oh, glitter! It looked like glitter, like you had glitter on you." And you sift through, and like some of those pieces you take, especially if they're big and they're pretty, except for the mica. The mica's kind of like, but like other pieces you kind of take. So what also Graves is known for though are these like rainbow, like coral looking pieces, and we didn't really find that many. I mean, there were some that were found in another area, but we only went there once, and I wasn't part of the expedition of that. But there were other pieces that were, but there is a piece, you'll see. So that's the other thing that they're known for, but we didn't really find that many of those. So that's what you do. And then vending is there's all these people from all over the country. I mean, people, so this place only open twice a year, and people drive from like California, from New York, like from Maine. People come from all over the country to this one place to do this. So they have vendors and these people who are selling like really pretty rocks or jewelry, or like rock jewelry, obviously, or rock something themed. And I helped my friends. They were selling like rocks, like both of them had rocks that like under a UV light, like they glowed. It was really cool. So I helped them with that, and then I bought like a couple pieces too, and they're just like really pretty rocks that can range from like $5 to like $10,000, and it's just, and people are from all over the world, get these rocks from all over the world, and some of them are rocks that they actually went out and found themselves, and some of them are like some people like that's their job. They like get rocks from like bigger people or like people who do that, and then like they sell. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but like that's, yeah. So I did that, and that was like, I really enjoyed that, and meeting different people. That was really fun. And the next day was Saturday. That was my rest day. I said, I'm going to stay home. I'll do the laundry, because that's the other thing too. You get dirty. Oh my God, you get dirty. You get dirty and dusty. Oh God, I have never intentionally gotten dirty like that ever in my life. 1 year. It's my first time ever. Maybe when I was a little kid. I don't think I was. Yeah. Anyway, it was not my favorite thing, but once again, going with the flow and not complaining. So I'm like dirty, everything, and like, so that Saturday I'm like, okay, I'll clean everybody. I'm at home. I'll clean everybody. We have laundry. We have detergent. I'll clean everybody's clothes, and I'm just gonna relax. So I did. I went out on the dock. I journaled. I just sat in the sun. I relaxed. I put clothes. I watched a little bit of TV. I took a nap. It was fabulous. It was like a real vacation. It was so good. And the next Sunday was the last day. At that time, I vended first, and then I went to dig. And then that's the day when it was like, I feel like I dug for a really long time, which is fine. But it was a lot. And that was the day, I feel like I called it Ruby Madness from Jimmy Neutron. Jimmy Neutron, anyone? Anyone? We all had like Ruby Madness. We were like, it's this, and then we were like, it was honestly so fun. It was like everybody was together, and then that's when we got like the deepest in the hole, and we took a picture in the hole. I'll see if I can like insert pictures here and there in this video. And then we like took pictures in the hole. It was such a fun. Honestly, I think it was the best day of the trip, like friendship wise, and like, because for me, I feel like this is also like part of it is like friendship. Like, we just had fun, and like, I just remember one of our friends was like, I need to find this thing, because we spent every day, and she ended up finding some pieces. She's like, I gotta find it. And we just like were like laugh. It was just like such a fun day. And like, I did a lot of this. I hacked a little bit. Oh, I was able to get like the big sledgehammer and hit one of the rocks. That was fun. I really liked that, hitting the rocks. It was just, I was able to do a lot that day, and I think we got a lot done. And I want to say that was the day I found like my two favorite pieces too. So you know what, since we're talking about Graves, it's called Graves Mountain, since we're talking about that, I'll show you my pieces. I'm being a dork. I'm also taking these to writing group. I have writing group today, and I'm being a dork because I want to show them, but whatever, it's fine. You have to pretend like they like what I'm showing them. I love these. Those are cute things being this one. But yeah, so it was like a really fun day. And that morning I vended, and I got to talk to some more people who I hadn't talked to, and I got to know people a little bit better. This gentleman, really nice and kind. And one thing that he said that really stuck with me, he said, like, what he really likes about this community is, like, these people are his friends, he said. And, like, outside of this, everybody's talking about race, religion, everybody's fighting. It's all these things, but here we don't care about that. Men and women get along really well. He said none of the women, and he said like the men, no one, there's not a lot of egos. Like we're all just really kind, and like that is the vibe I got from it. Everybody was super kind. I didn't, once, and that's something that I also learned. When outsiders come into groups, it does look perfect. It really does look perfect. So, to me it was fine. I'm like, what, yeah. And truly I did like the community. And one of my friends was like, she said at the beginning of the trip, she predicted Mal might not like the actual like digging and all of that stuff, but she's gonna love the vending in the community. Ding ding ding, you were right, you know me well. And that is, and I mean, okay, so like I don't want to say like I didn't like the digging because it wasn't the worst thing. Two things. I think like it's literally you do it all day. Like some of my friends, first they didn't even take breaks. I mean, they took breaks like at the site, but they didn't go back up because like that's what the thing too. Once you go back up to like the vending area, you're kind of stuck there. And you're like you don't want to. It's gonna be another hour or so before you come back because like it's just it's a lot. So they're like get back up there. So they kind of just like stay. And I don't know how they did that. I just don't. I don't know how they did that. Half a day is perfect. Like I actually decide well, anyway, I'll say that to the end. Like half a day is like perfect. But I don't want to say like I didn't like it. It's just like it was so long, it was hot. One of the days it was so hot. I was just not prepared. I thought I was gonna pass out. Like it was so freaking hot. But my brother let me use this a huge water bottle that was so perfect. I'm actually going to try to get my own of that water bottle for if I ever do this again. I'm trying to get my own of that water bottle because it was huge and it was so perfect. And you put ice in it at the end of the day. By the end of the day, most of the ice is melted, but it's still cold. That was huge. Water, 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 water. Oh, and then like we got Uncrustables. They also sold hamburgers, but like we had Uncrustables and protein bars. And honestly, also that was my first time having an Uncrustable. I had never had an Uncrustable before. It was good. I mean, when you're hungry in the sun, it's good. I get it. So yeah, so okay, let me think what else. Oh, I also had a meat stick because I had brought some chomps. But that's okay. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the pieces I got. Okay, this is my absolute favorite piece. Okay, to you, I'll probably just okay. All right, so it looks like a regular rock, I guess, but let me see if I can. You see the rainbow there? I'm obsessed with the rainbow in the middle. This is just like so beautiful to me. I love this rock. This is my favorite rock that I got. She's so beautiful. That little rainbow in the middle, and I just not to like make it deeper, but just even in like dirt, muck, and I guess this is quartz with black on it. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to once I get this all cleaned up and everything. I'll have to ask my friend's boyfriend who like knows all this stuff, like all the details. But just like even in the midst of that, there's like rainbow. Oh, I love it. This is my favorite. And then I like it's what is this shape like? Not a heart or anything, but like I like the shape. It's cool. I got it grapes. And then the other one I got at Graves. The other one I got at Graves is this quartz. And part of the reason why I like this is because everybody said it was a really cool piece. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess it's a really cool piece. And then it has this black on there too. I don't really know what this means, but I got this. This is really cool. And this is quartz. I know that. I know that from my learning. And then I have other pieces from the other place I went to that I'll show you guys in a little bit. Okay, so those are the pieces I got at Graves. It is a $20 donation. Or no, they accept donations. $20 is normal. Something like that. That's what Billy said. And you sign a form. Those are just some other like things. I got a t-shirt. Got a t-shirt there. And then it says something like I dig Graves or something like that in the back. You get it. Something like that. I did graves or rocks or something along those lines. But and it's hot pink, so love it. And like I said, lots of water. I don't think of anything else to tell you about it. Lots of dust. You're like hacking out like dust for the rest of the day. Yeah, it was good. Like I'm really glad I did it. It was fun. I decided I will go back a year from now, because I want to see, ideally, I would have lost weight by then. And I want to see like how I do, like, is it more enjoyable when I'm not like, 8,000 pounds? Um, I want to see if it's more enjoyable. Then like, I also kind of, I didn't get, I didn't really get what the main thing we were looking for. And I want to at least try one more time. So I'm going to go back in a year. I'm definitely still probably going to do the half vendor, half, like help my friend vend thing again, half of the day, and then half of the day dig. I don't really see myself like digging all day, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna go with the flow. I'm gonna continue to go with the flow, and I'm gonna continue to yeah, to go with the flow and not complain. But that was Graves Mountain. So we did that technically Thursday, Friday, took a break Saturday and Sunday. And then Monday we went to this place called Diamond Hill. I was in South Carolina. Now, Diamond Hill is very different than Graves. I really hope I'm able to put a picture up. In Diamond Hill, it's literally just like this pit, and then you just go and dig on the side of the pit. That's like literally what you do. And their main thing is quartz. You find quartz there. You're looking for like crystals, and then you're looking for crystal clusters. And this was just also a much different vibe. Oh, I also want to say for lunch there's like a food truck. Oh, it was so good. I got the double cheeseburger and fries, and Dr. Not super healthy, but you know, when you're in these environments, you gotta go with the flow. Scrub delicious. Those fries were really, really good. And you know, double cheeseburger, protein, and then the Dr. Pepper. They didn't have cheerwine. Carolinians know what that means. But yeah, so that was just like a much different experience. I found a lot more, and that's where my big pieces are from. And I'm really praying. I pray that I got some really cute big pieces. I just have to take the mud off of them, and like to get the mud off of them, you need like a power washer type of thing. I did ask my family if we had a power washer. We don't, and my brother was like, "Why would we have a power washer?" But whatever. So my friend hopefully will be able to get the water from that. But anyway, um, this was a much different experience. You still have to sign. It was $20 once again, and you sign a another waiver. And then what else? Like I said, they have the lunch, and it's just a pit of like dirt. Like literally just dirt. And you have your tools and you just hack away. Like I don't know more else to say about that place. Other than you do find more. And it is like even more in the sun. Like at Graves, you put up a tent, and you're kind of like you put a tent over your hole, so like the sun doesn't get you. Here you don't have a tent, so you are really just in the sun. So like drink lots of water, and then you know, yeah, like stay hydrated. Have your sunscreen. I brought sunscreen. I did put it on some days. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Oh, and there was like a really pretty creek, and my friend found like a really pretty red crystal. No, I think it was something else. But it was red. It was crystal. It was so pretty. And let me show you what I got there. So I'll show you. Oh, where is it? No, it's in here. I'll show you the pieces that I got there that I really liked. Once again, they're not clean. Okay. So I got a bunch of clusters. I got this cluster, really pretty. I showed my brother, and he said it's kind of like a crown. It does kind of look like a crown. And then I got this huge cluster. Well, it's not huge; it's big. If it was a little bit bigger, this would be like the perfect paperweight. I do want to put these on my desk at work. See how I still need to clean it. I need to clean it more. I need it more clean. But I really like it. And I have more and bigger pieces. I also have some smaller pieces. But yeah, I want to display some of these put them on my desk at work. I just need to figure out like a small container. I'm like, okay, so like this piece, I want to make into a necklace, like wire wrap it. I just have to like look into that. Same with this piece. This is huge for a necklace, but that's what I want to do. And then this piece as well. I think maybe this is also a cluster, but it needs to be cleaned a lot more. And then this is, I think they call it smoky quartz. I want to turn this into a necklace as well. But yeah, so those are all the pieces I got at Diamond Hill. And it's South Carolina. And like that, I'm actually going to do in October. So I'm going to do one day there in October. So if you are interested in that, like, there, that'd be fun. Okay, so that is like an overview of what happened. Let me see. I have other things I wanted to talk about. I think I kind of talked about everything I wanted to do. Yeah. I guess the last thing I want to say is like, this just also reminded me like it's okay to go outside of your comfort zone and just to do things that you would not ordinarily do. And I'm really, really glad that I did it. I'm so glad that I was able to like push myself to do this. Like it's something that's unusual, something that's unique that I truly like. Okay, like looking back a week later, reflecting, I did enjoy it. I did. It was outside of my comfort zone once again. Like I cannot reiterate like how much outside of my comfort zone it was, but I'm really glad I did it. It was a good experience. And I think that's going to be like my life motto for the rest of the year, at least, is like just to continue to push myself to do things. Like there were moments where I could not have gone, like where I was like, well, this obstacle is a little hard because of X, Y, and Z. But I said, no, 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 I really want to push myself. Like, this is what I want to do this year. I really want to push myself. There's some other things that I'm planning on doing this year that are really going to be pushing myself. And I want to live like that. I want to live like, I just keep thinking, like, I have nothing holding me back. If I was married and with kids, I do think when you're married and you have kids, that you do have to, like, reality, you do have to sometimes think, okay, is this something that, like, I can, like, weigh the costs a little bit more just because you have responsibility, like someone's relying on you. I don't have anything like that. So am I not doing other things? Like why am I not taking more risks? Why am I not like putting myself out there in other ways? Like why am I not doing that? So yeah, 2026 and on is gonna be for me. Like let's just continue to do this. And I'm sure some of you watching, if you don't know me, you're probably like, oh my god, like she's making a big deal. All she looks like, dude, like touch some fish. Like she's so dramatic, but like that is big for me. Like I'm just not an outdoors person. Like I like to be inside. I like tea. I like podcasting. I like making jewelry. I like writing. Like I'm just not someone who's gonna sit outside and like play in dirt. Like that's just not me. And like I'm just gosh, like I'm so proud of myself that I push myself to do that. So yeah, that is my experience rock hounding. I think technically now I'm officially a rock hounder and I like it. I'm glad. I want to do more. I really want to do more. I'm gonna do some in North Carolina too, because like I'm a Carolina girl. At the end of the day, I'm a Carolina girl, and I'm curious like what we have here. My dad was saying we have a lot of gold here. Also, my dad's so funny. He every day he was like, "Do you find gold? Do you find gold?" I know, do not find gold. It's not even what we're looking for, but we have gold here too, so that'd be cool just to find something like in my own backyard type of thing. My granddaddy, before he passed, lived in Eastern North Carolina, and there's a lot of stuff out there too. I think that's what someone told me. So that was my experience rock hounding on Graves Mountain and Diamond Hill. I'll have some blog posts too that I'll link. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, but it was a fun experience. If you do anything like that, let me know. Or if you know of a place near you that you should submit that, let me know. That'd be cool. But yeah, all right. I guess that's that. If you like this episode or want to share with your friends, make sure you do that. And okay. Oh, I'm gonna hold up. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna say bye. Bye.